Hello and welcome to another episode of Wheel of Horror, the podcast where two best friends spin a wheel at once a week. It chooses the horror movie and they discuss it. Today we're talking about 2016's Terrifier, which was directed by Damien Leone, or Leone? Leone, yeah. I'm your co-host, Alec.
I'm Eric, and with us again is Art the Clown. Art, welcome back to the show. You're not going to say anything, Art? No? Because you're a mime. You're not a clown. Right, Alec? What do you think?
That's...
He doesn't talk. Clowns talk. I'm fully aware.
Yeah, I mean, that's an argument. That's an interesting argument to bring up right from the top. Jeez.
Well, when you think of mime colors, you think of black and white.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I mean, Art the Mime doesn't sound as cool, but...
Yeah, and I think when anybody looks at him, they're probably just, the first thing you think of is clown. I don't think the first thing you think of is mime until you see the movie, maybe. You know he doesn't talk, and, you know, I guess the colors make more sense. But if you're just looking at the poster, or you see just, like, the trailer, you're probably not thinking mime, you know?
Yeah, just wanted to throw that out off the bat, but yeah.
Here's my thing I'm going to throw right off the bat. You know how he writes art on the wall?
Yeah, with shit and
stuff. Is
that
his name, or is he saying, like, art?
Oh my God,
is he being like
art?
Sarcastic about art, like, you know, just writing that? Yeah,
that's a big clown move. That's a clown thing to do. So I'll retract my statement about mime. Mimes wouldn't be that clever.
I don't know. But anyways, this movie is brutal, or as Josh Brolin would say in Dune, it's brutal.
The Harkonnen are brutal.
They're brutal.
Brutal Harkonnen.
Yeah, this movie's unsettlingly, like, almost unwatchably brutal, I think. But yeah, what did you think?
Brutal. Yeah, there are scenes where I honestly had to look away. The one scene that everyone and their mother looks away at. But I liked it. It was fun. A little, like, it's fun, trailer trashy. Like, oh, Halloween, like drunk girls, like trying to get home, and then this creepos like following them.
Mm-hmm.
Rinse and repeat, though, for me. Like, I've kind of seen this movie before, it feels like. It introduces new things, and it ups the ante on brutal. But, yeah. Oof. Liked it.
Yeah, I mean, it's unsettling. You're right, though. It does feel like, the beginning almost feels like Nightmare on Elm Street, where he's, like, building his weapons or whatever, you know? Like, they were showing the montage in the beginning of all that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was extremely Nightmare on Elm Street. Like,
yeah, no, so, like, I see that. Obviously, it's like, yeah, he's like a stalker and everything.
And it has the Halloween thing where it's like, hey, nerd, speed kills. It's like, what are you looking at, clown? It's like the same kind of stuff we've seen before, and then it goes and it takes it to another level in a lot of ways, I gotta admit.
Yeah, I mean, we should just talk about the brutal kill. Yeah, so he ties up a girl. There's the two girls. There's Dawn and what was the other one's name?
I just had the IMDb up. Dawn. Well, there's three technically. There's the sister that comes at the end too.
So Vicky and Dawn are the two younger ones, I think. Right? Hold on one second. I can't tell who's who. Anyway, so there's the two girls. There's Dawn, the blonde one, and then the younger brunette one. So Vicky. So she's so she's tied up. She's watching her friend who's upside down,
like wide legs.
Yeah, like tied up like an X, basically. But just like an X. And Art the Clown picks through a bunch of weapons, and he takes a
hacksaw,
like rusty saw, and like just saws through Dawn's body, but like through her, like, you know, but like vagina, like all the way,
starting off with the buttocks and that area to the skull.
Yeah,
and stopping pretty much at the eyes.
Yeah, and you know, her friend then Vicky's like tied up watching this sort of thing, and she was drugged, and she wakes up watching this, and so that kill, it's like, I saw this movie a couple years ago, probably like 3 years ago maybe, and dude, I still remember that kill. Like, until I saw it again, I was just like, this is gonna stick with me forever, dude.
Yeah, no, it will. And I mean, that's probably the top. I mean, we've joked about like, oh man, my Achilles tendon, it's like my one way I don't like, that takes the cake. That's the worst way to go, I think.
I don't want to say too much. I'm not going to say this the whole podcast, but Eric,
Terrifier 2 does it harder.
Oh my god. Dude.
Stop it.
Eric.
Stop. I can't imagine.
It's like it was refreshing watching this one compared to Terrifier 2. Like,
Stop.
yeah, it's insane. Like, there's just one kill. It's called the bedroom scene. I'm not gonna say anything about it.
You just did it on Matt Bannever too, right? Like you just watched it with them or whatever.
It was me, Matt, and Justin. Yeah,
Did they see the first one?
neither of them saw the first one. I was the
What
only
the
one that
hell?
had. I saw the first one, so I knew what was going on a little bit. But the second one's pretty confusing. It's more confusing than this one. And but yeah, man. Anyway, so let's focus on this one though.
Okay, now the kills are soft in this one. They're soft.
It's so fucked up that this becomes like softer when you see the second one. That's like what's messed up. That's what's
Same.
wrong, dude. It's like you see this, you're like, there's nothing worse than
I
this,
mean,
and
I,
then
got- I got I got to say something right now. Like that, this is what's wrong with us as a human species. Like, why do we like movies like this? Why do we like the
mm,
Jeffrey Dahmer series on Netflix? Like, why is it that we're attracted to? I mean, horror is one thing, but this stuff is like, God damn, dude.
well, here's the thing: for me going into this movie for the first time, I didn't know how brutal it was. I was like, oh, it's a scary clown movie. Like, oh, it's like popular now. Like, all right, let's watch another clown movie, whatever. And then like it's so brutal, and I was like. Like it starts off in the beginning, you've got that interview or whatever, and the lady's like talking shit about the woman with the messed up face who's a survivor, is Vicky or Tara or whatever, and
Yeah,
she like crushes that woman's face, and I was like, whoa, that was pretty good for like special effects, like for a little budget movie, like that was pretty intense.
like poking her eyes out and stuff.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah,
surprised by that. And then it just every kill got more and more intense, and then you get to the saw through the body kill, and you're just like, Jesus, this
yeah.
movie, man. And guess what, the budget for this?
I'm gonna guess around 30,000.
Yeah. What, really? I would have thought so much higher. It's 35,000. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty good at it. I work in production, everyone, so I know budgets. Yeah. 35,000. I was off by five. I'm sorry. We went over budget.
Well, the director Damien Leone or Leone, I don't know how you say his name, but he was a like a makeup and special effects artist. So that was like
Crushed
his.
it. Yep. That's where the budget should go to, especially in the next film if you're gonna bring him back.
Oh, he did. He wrote and directed and edited the second one, dude. He did everything again.
That's what this movie is. So yeah.
Yeah. So I want to ask you, I mean, it's harder for you to answer this because you haven't seen the second one yet, but in recent times, there hasn't been like another Freddy or another
Mm,
Jason or another Chucky or another Pinhead. It's like they just keep remaking them or recasting them or whatever. Since Jigsaw, I can't really think of another like horror icon, a new horror icon.
yeah, that's because they've done so much revamping, reimagining. Like Chucky's back in a different way.
Or Leatherface.
Halloween, we've seen so much redone. It's refreshing to see new horror characters. Kind of reminds me of the Rob Zombie character, Doctor or Captain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I kind of got from this character.
From Devil's Rejects and
Yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't think of his name. I'm sorry for all the people listening. Yeah, and it kind of gave me that thought, but it was refreshing to see a new character that you could be for Halloween in the black and white
ooh,
makeup, little hat, long nose. The long nose is definitely a part of it. It's creative. It's very creative.
yeah.
It's clever. It does take, like you said, the Nightmare on Elm Street start, like the stalker mentality, the just finding two random girls and going from there. I like the pizza scene. Like I'm drunk. Like what do we want when we're drunk? Pizza. Like
Yeah.
that's it. So you go to get pizza, and then this guy comes in and he gets kicked out for, I mean, smearing shit on the wall, and then like bad. Like, dude, if I was there, I'd be like, all right, that's it. We're closing the doors. That's it. I'm going home. Like, no, I'm not cleaning that up on Halloween night.
Oh yeah, but the guy's like, I'm getting overtime for this, right? And he's like scrubbing the shit that art,
No,
all over
dude,
the
like
wall.
that's
Yeah, no, 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 no. You leave.
that's
You
yeah.
leave.
You leave. It's like I don't feel good
Like
because of the
I
smell.
don't feel good. I'll find another job. I'm not cleaning that. Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing. By the time he walks out to say that, the guy's head is a jack-o'-lantern. So,
Yeah, I gotta say though, like I've been in some bathrooms, dude, that are bad. That one was like, okay, this guy, that's the worst I've ever seen. This just reminded me of the Dumb and Dumber movie when like Bob Saget's house gets like covered
oh
in
yeah.
like this is like, dude, like who does that?
I forgot
Is it
about
the
that.
people that just like the pee all over bathroom floors and
Oh
stuff?
God.
There's a thing, dude. There's a like people do that in YouTube shit. It's a weird world we're living in.
Well, I guess Art the Clown is one of those people, I guess, because that's what he does. He rubs shit literally all over the walls. He gets kicked out.
It's artistic. He's artistic.
It's art. To him, it's art. Is it his name or is it art? I don't know. But yeah, somehow everybody, they call him Art. That's what the news calls him and the police and everything. So, but yeah, so he follows these girls into this like old abandoned warehouse where there's like this guy. She's like, I have to pee really bad. So she sees this guy, goes, he's about to like, what is it? Like kill all, exterminate.
Well, they leave the pizza place. They notice that their car is now slashed.
Yes.
So their tires slashed. She called her sister. Her sister's on the way, and she's like, "I have to go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go in here." And she goes and finds some like,
Horrible toilet too. Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. But yeah, and then the rest is art is still up to no good.
Yeah, so Art's just following, these girls, or no, and then immediately catches Dawn, the blonde girl, and then we see her later. But yeah, eventually he does some creepy shit. He kills the guy, the exterminator. No, he hits the exterminator in their head. But then,
There's a crazy homeless lady with a baby doll.
yeah,
That was a little weird, but
what is this building? What do you think this building is? Like, there's an exterminator there on Halloween night at 1 a.m. Like doing this, and then there's this crazy lady with a baby in the basement. Like, what do you think it is? If you had to guess.
like, what do you mean? Like, what? Like, where is this?
No, like what is that building? Like what is it?
Jesus, like Skid Row, dude. Like, it's got to be something bad. That's not a good area for sure. But like, it's an abandoned apartment building that they're trying to refurbish, and there's some squatters. I don't know.
Yeah, it's Jersey. It's in New Jersey, actually.
It's in Detroit. That's funny. Oh my
It really is. Yeah,
god. I believe it. I
I
believe it.
believe it.
The pizza place adds up. The guy's accent.
There's pizza everywhere.
Well, no,
Yeah,
not like a yo, get him out of here. Like
yeah.
you
No, it's
don't
like
see that.
enjoy your pizza. Like, no,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I was like, what the hell is this building? So Art then, yeah, I don't know. He kills the homeless lady in the basement. That was pretty brutal. Like that was messed up. He has the little baby doll, and he's like, like torturing it. I guess his version of torturing it. Then the lady's like, "It's all I have," and is like walking over to him, and yeah, she scalps the homeless lady, and then also
Ugh.
cuts off her boobs.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That was very, yeah, it really was. And then he wears her head and her boobs for, I don't know, maybe like 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
What'd you think about that?
I mean, the scalping thing is artistic. I mean, that's his thing, right? For real, he's art.
I mean, what does that mean?
He made a jack-o'-lantern head out of a pizza platter.
Hmm.
He did the shit on the wall. He wears people's skin. Like he's covering all the bases.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
all right. I kind of see what you're saying now. Yeah.
And also the weapons at the beginning. He had like that like other weapons. He had like random like whips and stuff. And like he's like, okay, so he's into a lot of art. I don't know.
Well, he's got his whip chains. He's got whatever that whip thing is. He has that.
The cattail, what's it called? A cattail or something? I forgot what it is.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like a blade. It cuts people, and then he's got the saw, obviously. The hammer. He's got like a little hammer.
Dude, he has a gun. That was cheap. I didn't like that. It's
That
like,
was cheap. Yeah,
but that's unexpected. You don't see a killer just whip out a gun like that. So it's like,
I hated
oh,
that.
this sandbagging son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I would have forgot that. Yeah, dude. When he pulls out the gun, you're like, wait a second. I remember I thought the same thing when I first saw this movie. I was just like, that's fucking.
Yeah, slashers don't have guns.
Yeah. I was like, that's not cool. That's not
You
cool.
can't double stamp a triple stampy, or you know what I mean. Like you can't have a gun, but he does,
Yeah.
and it's like that's breaking a layer for sure.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, no, I agree with you. That pissed me off. And then he takes the easy way out and he shoots himself in the head or whatever. I mean, I don't know.
But
I don't know.
spoiler alert, doesn't die or something.
I mean, definitely not. Terrifier 2 comes out. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We're kind of jumping all over the place. But I guess like what happens is, yeah, he shoots himself in the head after he kills everybody. Well, I guess this is the thing I'm a little bit confused about, even after seeing it again now. So the sister that comes and survives, like her face gets all messed up or whatever. Why is her face messed up? She just got hit by the car, right?
Mm,
He was eating her face or something?
I think he was eating her face a bit, and he
I,
messed up her face quite a bit, and
huh.
infection could have happened too. Who the hell knows? So that was the thing I was confused about too. So it's like she becomes kind of like Danielle Harris in Halloween 4, where she like takes on the Art the Clown herself and starts killing people and mangling them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I don't know where this is all stemming from. I didn't see the second one, but I'm guessing Art the Clown was bullied because he had like ugly features and ugly nose and teeth, and he was bullied, and that kind of comes from like he's a terrifying person, so he just owns it and becomes a killer and makes other people like disfigured as well. And I think that's where the ending came from, or the beginning came from, more than the ending with the woman who survived. I don't know. I'm like I'm trying to pull it all together. It's hard. It's hard.
I mean, if you can stomach the second one, if you want to see where it goes, but
Mm.
it's rough, man. It's a rough movie. It's really hard to get through.
Can I have a pitch for a second one? What I would do?
Oh yeah, yeah, I want to hear it. Yeah.
Well, you know how like there's the Wicked Witch of the West and Glenda the Good Witch or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do that. Do like there's Art the Clown and then like Art the mime, or like his brother. He's like, I don't do this art shit. Art's the bad clown. I'm the good clown, and like they're both fighting each other.
It's like he's like corporate. It's like what's anti-art? He's like a yuppie like corporate guy.
So yeah, Art was my brother before the fire that I started.
My name is Business.
Yeah, jeez, it's so funny. I love it. I think if you would add like a family member to them, that'd be kind of cool. I don't know,
What?
just an
You're
idea.
not too far off.
Really?
Not well. I mean, family member can be interpreted in so many ways. But yeah, there's a second character that comes in. Yeah, I don't want to say much. I don't want to say much, but it is interesting. But you don't think that he survives the gunshot wound in this from the right in the beginning? You know, I mean, you already like he's. It's not like in the second. It's he's already survived. We see that he's choking the mortician or whatever.
Right. Well, that's yeah. That was at the like he survived his gunshot wound. He gets brought
Yeah.
to the morgue and somehow lives. That makes no sense,
Or
but
not mortician, morgue, yeah. Well, yeah, the lights just start flickering and all, and his eyes already open, you know. So it's like, okay, so he's supernatural. He's got to be.
yeah, to some extent, or maybe he just knows like which bullets are dummy bullets, or like which he's a clown. Clowns have tricks.
Hmm. So you think it might be a fake gun? I don't know. I don't know.
It could have been a fake. It could have been a rubber bullet and
A rubber
blood.
bullet.
Yeah, dude, he's a clown. Clowns are tricky.
He's a clown. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't. I'm like that's the thing. I'd recommend it to like Will Raharjo because I know he likes like fucked up stuff. I'd be like, yeah, you can handle it. But I don't even know, Eric. I like
Could you imagine me watching this with like Shannon? Like, hey, Shannon, like,
no,
I'm telling you, like give me a half an hour. If you don't like it by a half an hour, we'll stop.
no, dude. Do not show this to Shannon. And for the love of God, do not show her the second one, Eric. Like, please, for
I,
her sake.
I, I don't ever plan on seeing this ever again or the second one, but
It's brutal. It's a little too much for me, honestly. It really is. It's hard to get through.
there's quite the cult following.
Oh, dude, it's huge.
The guy who plays Art the Clown is on every Comic Con convention, and he's like one
Hmm.
of the top billed people they have showing up. So
Oh, dude. All right, ready for this? So,
sure,
Terrifier 2, they did an Indiegogo in like, a couple years ago. They're like, hey, let's do Terrifier 2 because this was so successful. They're like, our goal is 50,000. They got 250,000. So they're like, well, we're gonna make a really like long, good movie. So the sequel is 2.5 hours long. It just came out like obviously in October of this year.
mm-hmm.
It was supposed to come out earlier,
COVID due to COVID,
but
I'm sure.
yeah, COVID screwed it up. But yeah, dude, this Damien Leone guy, he wrote, directed, edited, like everything.
Would you say the second one's better? What would you say?
Yeah, if you just like a straightforward slasher movie with just like it kicks the gore up, this is probably more your alley. But if you want kind of like a longer, you want to see where this character goes a little bit more.
Story structure, love story, yes. Okay.
There's more story, it's more fleshed out, there's more story, there's more backstory. The protagonists are way more likable in the second one. You're rooting for them. Kills are just so uncomfortably brutal in the second one. Like everything's just even cranked up even more. So I mean, I don't know, it just depends if you just want like a nice little chunk or if you want like a long fleshed out movie. But
Charlie's Angels, Full Throttle. They just took it Full Throttle. And Terrifier 2, Full Throttle.
no, it's way better than that. It's way
Okay.
but it's uncomfortable. I don't plan on ever watching it again, honestly. It's too much. It's too much for me.
So is it one of those things that just sticks with you forever? Like,
Yeah, dude, I've been thinking about the second one for a couple days, man. Like Justin and I just did it, and like,
yeah.
yeah,
It
yeah,
took me a while to get over Hereditary, and because that's a fucked up movie.
oh yeah,
I mean, just for like the accidents that happen and stuff more than anything, and the ending. But
mm,
Midsummer is another one that stuck with me hard.
yeah, yeah,
Like it's a great. Both those movies are way a different tier than this movie, but in my mind, but like Midsummer, dude, stuck with me hard, like really hard.
mm,
Hereditary stuck with me too hard. Where I watched Midsummer twice. I don't think I'll ever watch Hereditary again.
yeah. So I mean, that's Ari Aster. I mean, he's just a same thing,
Is
brutal.
he doing anything next?
Yeah, he's got another. It's not a horror movie, but he's got another movie coming out kind of soon.
Okay, the drama at least. I'm sure his drama is going to be messed up if it's not a horror.
I think it. Yeah, it's not like a comedy. It's not.
I'm
It's like
sure.
Jim
Oh,
Carrey's coming out of retirement.
Ari
Yeah.
Aster's Dumb and Dumber 4. It's like, oh man, this is gonna be horrible.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I think that it was kind of cool. This Damien Leone guy, the guy that wrote and directed this, he did two shorts before this that were kind of like anthology movies, I think, and they had Art the Clown in them already, and it was called All Hallows Eve.
See, that's what I read. I read that Art the Clown already existed before Terrifier.
Mm-hmm,
So I
mm-hmm.
never saw All Hallows Eve either.
Me neither.
Oh, that's the one, Captain Spaulding. That reminds me of Art the
Yeah,
Clown.
right.
That's they just came to my mind as we thought about that. But yeah,
But yeah, I just think that's pretty cool. Like in 2013, he made this like short anthology film, or maybe it was a full length, but yeah, feature film. And then he did a follow up to that, All Hallows Eve 2. Both of them had Art the Clown, but then this one had David Howard Thornton playing Art the Clown for the first time, and I think it just like clicked. People are like, "Oh shit, this is like really scary with this guy doing it." I mean, I thought he did a really good job. The actor that played him, just expressive. Like, dude, the
oh yeah,
scene where he like puts his hands up for a second, and the girl's like, for the first time she sees him, and she like Vicky or whatever, she
like
like,
waves. It gives him like this little wave thing or whatever.
and then all of a sudden he just like starts running at her, dude. I was like, whoa, like
Yeah,
that really scared me, dude. Yeah. Justin didn't think it was. He's like scary, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? How is this guy not scary?"
yeah. You gotta just try to bring it into reality a little bit and be like, what if this was real? And yeah, that's fucking scary. But yeah. Even the pizza scene when he gets kicked out and like looks back at the girls one last time, like stuff like that. Those shots like between the glass, it's like it's creepy. What
Mm.
was in that bag he had? Did we ever get that revealed, or did I miss that?
It's just like a bunch of junk. It's a bunch of shit. It's his weapons, but it's just like screws and like rusty stuff.
He's in a trash bag.
Yeah, it's just like it's just.
That's so anti-clown. Like clowns have better equipment. I love that though.
See the second one. Fuck. Sorry, I'm gonna stop saying that. I'm literally stop saying that. Yeah, no, but he does.
I love that I'm just like driving you crazy right now.
Everything you're saying. Like fuck, they do that in the second
I know
one.
we do this too much on the show. Where it's like, oh yeah, you haven't seen the third one. Oh,
I
dude,
know.
you've
I'm
seen
sorry.
part
I'm
seven
sorry.
of Jason. You haven't seen part nine. Like you can't speak to
But
it. But
there's only one other Terrifier. It's not. But here's you know what? Speaking of like of Jason and stuff like that, those are the kind of slasher movies that I like.
no,
They're, and I know they're like kind of cheesy now. They're like almost like formulaic and like you can laugh at them. But I don't know. Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street,
yeah,
something about those. This it's a little too maybe is it Gen Z? Is it too intense for me? Am I an old man now?
well, I mean, look at Gen Z. Look at what they've been through in our lifetime. Like
COVID?
when we were growing up, we had like Columbine and a few other school shootings. Gen Z has seen everything, where it's just like nothing is reality. It's insane in my mind. But yeah, I think they're just numb. They're a numb generation, man. They went through COVID at a young age. Shit, man. All power to them.
Well, I mean, if you think about like when we were young, maybe like 16, I guess like Saw was coming out, which was pretty intense and hostile or whatever. But I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, that's chicken shit to this.
You think so too?
I mean, to some, I guess it's similar. But that hacksaw scene, that's that. I mean, the only thing that is on par is the helmet with like the jaw that explodes or whatever. In
Mm.
Saw, I don't see Saw. This that scene with the hacksaw is just terrifying. I'll say that.
Yeah, Matt said that he thinks that it's way more intense than Hostel and Saw. He thinks that these movies are just like, yeah,
That's what they
more.
are. That's what they're here for. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's like they have a mission. They're like, we're gonna make sure you remember these movies when you see it because it's yeah. And I mean, mission accomplished. It screws people up.
So, question for you too. So, you walk in a Hot Topic, right? You see a T-shirt, and you
Mhm.
see Michael Myers, Leatherface, Jason, Chucky, even the Trick or Treat character on it. Who am I missing? Freddy Krueger. And you see Art the Clown. Are you mad that Art the Clown's on there? Or are you like, oh, good, they added Art the Clown?
I'm not mad at all that Art the Clown's on there. I encourage
Do you think
that.
he's the new face of the 2016 onwards kind of horror villain?
I think it is. It's like fun to look back, like through decades and be like, okay, so like what characters were out in this decade or whatever, you know?
And we have a lot of remakes too, like it's like, hey, you could put Pennywise on there, but do you want the old Pennywise? Do you want the new? Like that one doesn't count in my mind, like to put on a T-shirt. But
Right. And that's the thing. I can't even think of another one besides Jigsaw.
Jigsaw's on the shirt. The Trick or Treat guy, yeah,
Oh, Trick or Treat, but that's even a remake from the 80s, like I think it was a movie and a comic book series. Like I'm talking purely original. I guess Art the Clown's probably like, one of the most original characters of the last like 10 years
Hmm.
probably.
New question for you: who doesn't
Yeah.
make the shirt out of anything new? Can you think of something like, no, you don't get the shirt?
Oh boy.
That's such a tough question. Dang it. I was hoping you have something quick.
I've been trying to think of like a shitty character. I don't know. I mean,
Like the new Godzilla. It's like, no, can't get him off the shirt.
the
Like,
new Godzilla, like the prom night killer. I don't know, the
oh
killer from
man.
Prom Night.
Well, Scream. I mean, not what Scream. He's the what do we call him? Ghostface. Ghostface. He's on there.
Ghostface? Oh yeah, Ghostface is on there. You haven't even seen Scream 5, Eric.
Yeah, I have not, and I want to see that, and I'll watch
Eric.
that one, and I'll get on par for Scream 6, which is also
Yeah,
coming out.
that is coming out soon.
I will be there for that one.
It's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. Like,
Like, you don't get it. You are the weakest link. Get off the shirt.
no, I'm trying to think of a shitty character that's come out recently. That I don't know. Like, I think 2022 is one of the best years of horror that I can remember in a long time, dude. I kind of want to do like a little recap right at the end where we can just talk about. I know you haven't. I want to have Justin on because he's kind of been forced to watch so many of the Fresh Film Friday ones just to see like what are your favorite horror movies from this year? Because dude, Barbarian, ooh, I loved it. But I
Yeah.
guess my point is there's not a lot of icons. There's not a lot of horror icons.
Well, I think that's what the mission of this film was. Is like we're gonna try grassroots effort to get a new icon, and I think
Yeah,
they did. I think they did. And
right.
it's a struggle to watch these movies, but they created something that's brutal, original, creative, but also stems from things. Everything stems from everything. But I like this one a lot. I
Yeah.
was impressed by it.
Yeah, it's almost like, like old slash movies from the 80s, like Emergency, and then like this is like Emergency plus Immune, like, but like that one, how it has like the extra, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, no, I got you, dude. I got you. So you got High C, you got your Tang. Oh, the Immune Plus, the
Yes.
Emergency Immune Plus, Emergency Immune Plus Hydration. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
It's like, hey, like, it's just like a more brutal version of what you're used to. So
Yeah, I love
that
it.
was a long-winded way of saying that. Anyways, what do you say, spin the wheel, Eric?
Let's just spin the wheel for sure. Art the Mime. All right, spinning. Well, I'm so happy we got this one. Gremlins 2.
Oh yeah, that's a nice little palate cleanser from this one.
Is Phoebe Cates in Gremlins 2?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen Gremlins 2.
Oh, it's been a long time for me, a long time. But yeah, it's gonna be funny.
I remember like parts of like he's in like in a building in a suit and like a Wall Street kind of thing. I
Oh
don't
yeah, it's in the
remember.
city. It's in the city.
In the city, yeah.
It's funny because Justin and I, we both watched Terrifier 2, and then the next movie was A Christmas Story Christmas. And I was like, this is nice. Totally change.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like from horrible murder to that. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Well, everybody, thank you very much for listening in, and we will see you guys all next week with Gremlins 2.